Okay, so for the last 60 years, well, technically 59, I have been living on this earth, first in Puerto Rico, then in Maryland, then in Virginia, then back to Puerto Rico, then Florida. And one of the things that I decided to do this year, because I'm turning 60 in November, is that I wanted to share 60 lessons that I've learned in the 60 years that I've been alive. In order for me to do that, I have to film myself. I'm not looking forward to that part. But anyway, I am going to start with lesson one today. I am not going to apologize for the way I look, and as I tell you what the topic for today is, you'll realize why. And today's video is all about, woman, I don't care what you do, you're wrong. I don't know if you've seen this a lot lately, but I have noticed a lot of Gen Zs are making videos where they're talking about how if you're dressed up, it's bad. If you don't dress enough, it's bad. If you wear makeup, it's bad. If you don't wear makeup, it's horrible. If you have facial hair, it's bad. It doesn't matter if you have a medical condition. In fact, if you have facial hair, men will call you a man. Now, personally, I don't find it offensive when somebody calls me a trans man, but some people do. And at the end of the day, you're denying the existence of a trans man and of a woman at the same time. So maybe I should be a little bit more offended, but I'm not. If I go to school, I am neglecting my duties as a woman. If I don't go to school and stay home and raise children, I'm taking advantage of my husband. If I get a job, I should stay home and take care of my husband, even though he's probably working. If I don't get a job, I'm a gold digger. If I'm trying to think, oh, yeah, if I get a job and I want to go up in chain of command, I am greedy. If I don't try to go up and better my position, I have no ambition. If anything you do in life, somebody's going to tell you that you're wrong. Sad as it sounds, it is what it is. Now, funny because sometimes certain marginalized communities take this as a personal offense. If the person is Latino, they're going to say, oh, it's because I'm a Latino woman. If the person is black, they're going to say it's because I'm an African American woman. The reality is that it doesn't matter who you are. If you're a woman, I don't care what you do, you're wrong. That's what people are going to say to you, online and off, by the way. And I apologize in advance if the video moved a little bit. I forgot that I'm in the desk and I kind of sort of put my arms here. But let's be very clear about one thing. That's not just women, it's just that it's more prevalent with women. Because for some reason, especially in the times that we're living in now, other people think that they can tell you what to do and what not to do. And so long as you live in a free country where you're allowed to live your life, my advice to you is to not listen to anybody. Because I have lived with this for the last 59 years. When I was young, I had my first boyfriend, well, technically boyfriend because we only lasted a week. I think I was 12. We lasted a week and we were like, that was it. There was no tongue or anything like that. And I remember that I had a lot of friends that happened to be male. I always got along with boys better than I did with girls. So when I went home from school, I usually had all my friends were boys. And this is from the time I was a baby. I mean, I was 3, 4 years old. And my neighborhood did not have any girls my age. There were 5 boys my age. Then this girl moved and I think she was a year older than me, now that I think about it. But she was around my age. And in the beginning, it was very hard to be her friend because she wanted to monopolize the boys. And so did I. I had them first. But from that time on, I've always been able to make friends with boys. Plus, I was not a prissy girl. I did not have any problems getting dirty. Like, her name was Carmencita. Carmencita liked to be dressed in her pretty dresses and whatnot. She did not like to get dirty. And I didn't care. I love wearing shorts and running around with the kids and getting dirty, getting my hands dirty, playing with mud. It didn't matter. As I got older, that didn't change. I have always been able to talk to boys more than I've been able to talk to girls. Now that I'm in my 50s, it's balanced out. But then again, I don't talk to anybody. But the reality is this, and yes, I know I say the reality is this a lot. It really doesn't matter what I do, somebody always has something to say about it. For those of you who don't know me, in October I tend to color my hair purple. There's a very important reason for that. I every year I do the walk for to an Alzheimer's. The colors for the Alzheimer's Association are purple. I color my hair because it's kind of like a promise I made to my mom. My mom passed away from Alzheimer's complications. So for somebody to come at me sideways because my hair is purple, yeah, they're going to get it. They're going to get a very stern talking to. It is what it is. Now, if I cut my hair short, I look too much like a boy. And when you're fat, you should not cut your hair. Who the hell makes up all these rules? Your idiotic idea of what I'm supposed to be is not my idea of what I'm supposed to be. Every time I hear somebody telling me what I should or shouldn't do, like now, I'm about to turn 60. And granted, I am not interested in wearing miniskirts at this particular point in time in my life. But I know people that are my weight that rock their miniskirts. And they're my age and they are my size. I don't have a problem with that because I think you should wear whatever you want and live your life. And the thing about this whole thing is, you know how they say that nobody cares about anybody else, or nobody, people love to talk, but they don't care what you do. That's a reality. The reason why people cut you down like that is because there's something wrong with them and they want you to be as miserable as they are, but they don't spend any time thinking about you once they say whatever it is that they're going to say. Think about it for a second. You see somebody on the street and you say, oh my God, those shoes, not with that purse. Do you think about that person ever again? Probably not. Probably now because I brought it up, but probably you don't. And that's a reality of life. We do things, we say things, we probably do throwaway comments all the time. Now, I have learned to pay attention to the comments I make so that I don't unnecessarily offend somebody that doesn't need offending. You know what I mean? Like if you see somebody on the street and they might not look their best, it's so much better if you give them a smile and a hello than if you start tearing them down. It is what it is. On social media, it's the same. And I realize that in the current environment, it's very hard to be nice to a lot of people. And that's okay. Just scroll on and forget about them. They don't add anything to your life, whether they say something nice to you or not. So why are you going to take the time to get offended by somebody that doesn't pay your bills, doesn't live in your house, and doesn't care about you, have to say about you? I'm going to give you another example. On social media, I was defending the boxer that Joanne, J.K. Rowling, decided to accuse of being a man. Now, the reason why this person has very high levels of male hormones is because she has a medical condition. And the funny thing is that I happen to have that medical condition. That's why out of 4 births, I only have 1. And I found it so offensive. The amount of people that came at me, well, if you have that same levels of this, I don't know what my levels are. I haven't tested in a long time, but if you had the same thing, then you're a man too. News to my husband, who's been married to me for 38 and a half years. News to my daughter that's been with me for 30 something years. News to my sister, who's been my sister for 59 years. The fact that people on the internet think that they know you better than you know yourself. The fact that people who have absolutely no education in medical matters think they know more than doctors. It's baffling to me how much we listen to these people that have absolutely nothing important to say. And so, if people are going to tell you that you're wrong no matter what you do, why not do whatever makes you happy? That's what I'm doing. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.